Hey everybody, and welcome back to Shieldwall. Today we're continuing our playthrough of the campaign as of the 0.9.7 Coliseum update. And we are playing the second mission of Act 2, the Battle of Ilerda. Now this is a mission that's changed quite a bit throughout the updates the game has gotten. But as always, you immediately spawn with reinforcements, but you have no control over them. The reinforcements rush blindly towards the B flag here at this fort. And they will attack the Orange Army. And with this update, they will lose this fight regardless. In previous versions of the game, they had a chance. Now, not so much. So we just want to fight our way through here. And we want to jump up on this tent. And we are going to start throwing spears down on the Orange Army. Now if you're like me, you need a lot of practice with this anyway. So this is some good target practice for you. The Orange Army, like the Blue Army, is reinforcements, so they will not respawn once they are killed. Alright, so now that the Orange Army is wiped out, we're going to run back to the A flag where we spawned, and we are going to spawn 5 Militia. And then we're going to take that army, and we're going to head back to the fort, and we are going to capture the B flag. Now, once this flag gets down to neutral, Pompey will send his army out of the town to retake it. And we want to make sure that he doesn't do that. There they are. So once we capture the flag, we'll put our army over here at the gate, and we will start spawning defenders. You should be able to spawn 4 defenders at this point. And I like to jump up on these crates and help them out a little bit by throwing spears at the army. Once they charge, you have your attackers, and you keep your There we go. Was a little dicey there. And just start respawning troops as the gold allows. There'll be another wave of attack. You can see I've got my 6 militia back. All right. Park your guys here. Jump back up. And we've got our 4 and 6. Now the first step here is we want to get to 6 defenders and 6 militia. That'll take a little time depending on how your combat goes. Mainly focus on keeping the Militia as high as you can. So how you all doing today? I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you're enjoying the Shieldwall how-to series. If you are, please hit that like button down below to let us know, so we'll keep bringing them to you. And if you're having any trouble with the strategies we show you in these videos, please post a comment and we will help you figure out where the trouble is. Alright, so we have 6 defenders and 6 attackers. The next step is to save up enough gold to get ourselves our standard, which is 200 gold. And that is because once you have the standard, you start accumulating experience points, which you will then be putting into upgrading your army. You want to make sure that your guys don't chase them back to the town. That will be an unnecessary loss of life. Alright, again, always remember to park your army at the gate so they're in position. And we've saved up enough gold, so we will get our standard. I have found the key to this mission is to hold the B fort. It is possible to win using this strategy. Even if you eventually lose the B flag, it does make the mission drag on and become a real pain, so you want to do your best to make sure you don't lose the B flag. You may also notice that we now have 7 attackers. That's because the standard counts as an attacker. So from now on, we're going to keep our numbers at 6 and 7. Alright, now that we have saved up enough gold, I'm going to go ahead and get my second upgrade of the match, which will be the standard main sign, and I'm going to use flag capture speed. Now, if you're unaware of the mechanics of the game, once the enemy general is killed, the rest of the army will attack. So one of the things you might want to do when you're up here helping them out is try and aim for the other troops and not the general. Because your goal is more to weaken the army, not get them to charge in. Alright, so sometime around the 10-minute mark, you should get a little bit of a gap. Where they don't come out of the fort immediately to attack you. We're going to take that opportunity to run back over to the A flag and cross the river and begin our attack on the D and E flags. Now the timing of this is tricky. If you wait too long, Pompey will come out and attack B again. Alright, so you'll run across the field here to the E flag, blow your horn. So you got a 100 boost on your capture speed. And as soon as you capture that flag, you're going to spawn 4 defenders here. And you're going to run across the field to the abandoned fort on the hill, which houses the D flag. Now at any point, once you've captured E, if you see Pompey send his men to attack B, you're going to run to the town gates and attack. This will force him to abandon his attack on the B flag and pull his troops back inside the town. Alright, so here again, our goal is to spawn 3 defenders this time. And you can see that he launched an attack on E. Well, we have our 4 defenders there to slow him down. And we will bring our army up behind him. And we will attack. Unfortunately, I did lose E because I wasn't paying attention. That's okay. We'll just retreat back to D. And respawn our army. And we will go retake E. Oh. He's launching an attack on D, so we'll just... So we'll just come in here. And teach him the error of his ways. Now, I've saved up quite a bit of gold, so I am going to increase the limit of units. It's very important. And I still have enough here. I have 311 that I'm going to go ahead and upgrade to Spearmen from now on. Replacing any of my lost militia with Spearmen. So we're going to head back to E and recapture it. Or, if he continues to insist on attacking D, we'll just keep wiping out his forces. Now, I did pick up an experience point in the last battle, and you know what? I'm going to put it into melee damage and attack speed. There we go. Help out my guys a little bit. Alright, so let's go try that again. If he decides to attack B, again, we're going to run over and attack the gates of the town, which will force him to come back. Alright, so we have 14 defenders and 11 attackers. We also have captured all of the flags except for C. So at this point, I like to camp out on this hill, right over here, in between the D and E flags, so that I have a view of B over there in the distance, and can keep an eye on where Pompey is sending his troops. This is the phase of the mission where we are focused on accumulating gold and upgrades before we launch our final attack on the town. At this point, I also like to keep a minimum of 200 gold in reserve to replace any losses I have in combat. So once you hit 600 gold, I like to immediately go in and grab the flag's protection aura as well as the flag's healing aura. The logic being that it makes the troops harder to kill, and the less troops I have to respawn, the more gold I can save for upgrades. Settling in for this part of the mission, which is the siege of the town, is can be a little boring. You never know when he's going up. He started to make an attack on B. My defenders started throwing spears. You'll also see the crossed swords appear underneath the B icon at the top of the screen. So if he does do that, you run down, quickly attack the gates. You'll see the cross swords icon disappear, and you can just run away. The goal is not to break in. The goal is to stop him from attacking B. We only want to fight him on this side of the river. Okay, looks like he's going to launch an attack on D. I'm going to let him get close. And then I'm going to bring up my army over here, which sort of freezes them. And I'm close enough to respawn any troops I lose. And it wasn't much of a fight. Again, don't let your troops chase them back. We don't want to do that. The defenders on the wall will just cause unnecessary losses. and we come back over here. Now, depending on how the AI chooses to play it, this can be a very boring wait, or if the AI decides to be aggressive and attack, it can be a lot of fighting. Regardless of how it plays out, we're just trying to accumulate gold and upgrades. So you can see I've managed to get a nice amount of gold. So the next upgrades I like to take are the Gatecrasher, Hero Respawn Time, and Standard Respawn Time. I also got another experience point, which I will again use on the melee damage attack speed. You could probably take the town at this point, but I'm going to go ahead and save up enough gold so that I can get the Standard Horn Duration upgrades. Alright, he's going to attack again. I'm going to wait till they stop there for a second because of the defenders, and then I run over here. Oh, poor Pompey. I almost feel bad for him. Alright, so I'm over 700 gold, so I can get the last two upgrades that I want, which are the Standard Horn Duration, which is 200, and the Cooldown, which is 250. So getting both of those still leaves me with over 250 gold. And now I'm going to run down and break down the gates to the town. Call Testudo so that the guys in the back put up their shields to defend against the spearmen. And we're going to break down this gate, and then we're going to run away. Swing back by the D fort to replace any losses you may have. And then swing back over here. And what we're going to do is wait for Pompey to leave the fort. Now, he may not do it until the gates are repaired. If the gates are repaired, we just run down and do this again. I mean, we still have 15 minutes of game time left, so there's no rush. You can go down and lure them out, which is a strategy you'll need in the Battle of the Nile later on, but given the amount of time we have left in this mission, I don't really see the need to do that. Usually leads to unnecessary losses. Alright, so the gates were repaired. So we're just going to run down and do it again. Now, about 10% of the time, you'll get really lucky and there won't be any defenders on the wall. This is one of those run-throughs, which is nice because you don't lose any troops while attacking the town. Alright, you can see that they're coming up to attack the D flag. And I'm okay with that. In fact, I want them to do that. I'm going to run around them. And I'm going to run right inside here. And I'm going to take their flag while they're busy attacking D. So we've taken the C flag, and instead of pushing the issue, we're going to run back and try and get back to help out our boys at D. You can see that C's gone neutral. They are bleeding so much money right now. We're just going to take it again. So unfortunately, we lost C during that attack, and they've respawned the gates. So that attack did not go according to plan. There's a saying, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. But it's not the end of the world, because we're hurting them, and we're bleeding them of gold. So we're going to run away, just like before. And respawn our boys. Now they've gone out and attacked B, but that's okay. With the 6 defenders there, it shouldn't be too hard. Alright, there you go. Now that we have all the flags, we can focus on mopping up. Oh, that wasn't very nice. Oh, there's some attacking D right now, too. Interesting. Oh, sounds like they're breaking through. There we go. Oh, that was unfortunate. I died right as I won the mission. Anyway, that is the basic strategy that you will use to win this mission and get gold. The strategy really relies on holding B so that you don't have to go back across the river at any point. And once you launch your attack on the town itself, they have nowhere left to spawn when you get the flag down to neutral. Even though Pompey's legions had more upgrades than us, we still killed twice as many as we lost, because we played smart and played defensively. Anyway, I hope this strategy helps you win this mission. If you'd like to see more Shieldwall how-to videos, please hit that like button to let us know and we'll keep bringing you more. Again, if you have any issues, please leave a comment down below and we'll try and help you resolve them. And as always, thanks for watching.